One of the most common mistakes of people when studying a piano piece is that they play that piece from the start to the end many times without focusing on the most difficult points. So in this way they waste a lot of time without learning in depth this piece. So they always make the same mistakes. So what we have to do if we want to study quickly a piano piece and in depth is to identify the most difficult points and to focus and to study them. So today we're going to do this. We're going to focus on those most difficult points and to focus on them, especially in the case in which we have, of course, to play hands together, like in this case. If we take a look at the sheet music, we can see that we have, of course, 3 rows, and each row has some features. In the first row, we have a mixing of the 2 hands on the second and on the fourth bar. So that points will be the most difficult points of that row. In the second row, we have an alternation between the 2 hands, but even if we have this alternation, we have different rhythmic figures from the previous row, and however, we have some difficulties. So we must identify the difficult point in the second row too. And the third row, again, we have a mixing of the 2 hands. It is very similar to the first row, to the first 2 bars, but we have something different because the left hand starts playing on the 4th beat, so on the upbeat. So it is different, so it is another difficult point. Okay, so since we have we have that this 3 row has different features, we are going to study 1 row at the time. So let's start from the first one. We have already said that in the first row, the difficult points are the 2nd bar and the 4th bar, and the most the difficulty is that we have to combine, to mix the 2 hands. So in the first, the key point of this part, we could say, of the difficult points is the downbeat, the first beat of the 2nd bar, and of course of the 4th bar. When there is the mixing, so we have the starting. It starts this mixing. So what we have to do is that I start playing the first and the 2nd bar with the right hand. So, and on the downbeat, so on the first beat of the 2nd bar, I play also E with the left hand, but I stop here because we have to focus on this point, which is the key point of our study of this row, and this is one of the most difficult points of this row. So what we have to do is this practice. So starting from the first bar and stopping on the downbeat on the first beat of the 2nd bar. So something like this. And then I stop, because this is a difficult point, because I have 2 hands.